That's right, man. Eradicate the first threat and get ready for the next one, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Let me tell you something, Coach. Man, it's really, really good talking to you. But I asked Terrell a couple questions before I end it because I know it's late over there. I'm going to ask you the two same questions, man. Three questions. What you think about Turk Al-Sheikh pushing for these 18 by 18 rings and making them smaller and forcing guys who are natural boxers, boxer punchers? I even call some of them boxer runners because they'll run their ass all around the ring. But what do you think about him trying to impose the way he wants to see fighters fight instead of allowing them to do what they've been training to do since they've been little kids? That's their style. How do you feel about the smaller rings?
I mean, if you can fight in a 20 by 20 or a 24 by 24 ring, you can fight in a 18 by 18 ring. My ring in my gym is 18 by 18. There's nowhere to run. You got to know how to box, and it's still about hitting and not getting hit.
Do you think an 18 by 18 ring will affect Shakur Stevenson against Zepeda?
I don't think it will. Shakur, I've seen him come out to the Olympic Training Center and spar a couple of guys out there, and Shakur's boxing IQ is on a whole nother level. He'll find a way to make it work. I've seen Shakur be right in front of guys' face within arm's reach, and they can't hit him.
That's crazy. Now I know Shakur is a bad boy, but when I heard the ring was 20 by 20, I said, Shakur, he has a good chance. But I felt Zepeda would just kind of just overwhelm him, and I was like, man, Shakur may have the power to keep that beast off of him. So I figured that at some point maybe Zepeda would get the victory. Then it went to 18 by 18 the ring. I said, damn, they're trying to set Shakur up to lose. But when I hear guys like you come out and say, well, hey, hold your horses, hood champion. Don't be so quick to just count Shakur out, because he is the definition of a special fighter. He's different. And you've seen that with your own eyes.
With my own eyes. I've seen him sparring heavyweights and just making them look bad. And they still can't touch it.
I remember the specific prayer, praying to God and being like, God, why is my life?
Man, that being said, since Shakur is the miniature version, and I would say I ain't gonna say he's the generic version, but you got Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
Shakur Stevenson looks up to Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford has helped to develop him. What do you think about Terrence Crawford against Canelo in an 18 by 18 ring?
I would still pick Crawford. Crawford is another one that's got a boxing IQ that's out of this world. And the second part that I don't know if a lot of people notice about Crawford is he's mean.
He's mean, yep.
Crawford is mean. I mean, he's not no pushover. Everybody thinks Bud is, he's the smaller guy. Bud is not the smaller guy. Bud walks around really, really heavy. He used to have his training camps up in Colorado Springs, and I used to go over there to the Triple Threat Boxing Gym and watch him train. The dude is a beast. He's a beast.
That's what I say during my videos. I'm like, I think on paper, and you look at it, Canelo should be the favorite. I was like, but I got Crawford probably, shocking the world. I try to stay neutral, but I'm just like, the reach, the boxing IQ, everything. I was like, I don't see how y'all can just count him out like that. So I always talk about it. I say, that joke is mean. If you
look at Mayweather was the smaller guy when he fought Canelo.
Yep. I talked about that too. I said I was talking about Mayweather. I was talking about Bivol.
Yep.
And I was saying that there's a certain style where Canelo will freeze up. Like if you're punching at Canelo, it's like he turns into a mannequin. He just stiffens up. So, and his feet are heavy. He has to have his feet set. And when he gets frustrated when he can't hit you, he starts throwing wide looping shots and looking amateurish.
Leaving himself wide open.
Yep. And when he fought School, I know School could have done more. I think he followed the script. But I'm like, man, I know that Cuban can fight. You can see and tell he can fight.
Yep.
But I'm like, what happened? But I'm like, when he fight Crawford, if Crawford get him frustrated like that, and as the longer the fight goes on, he's going to play to Crawford's advantage because of the conditioning. I'm like, Crawford going to mess around and piss off a lot of people with that victory.
Yep.
So I see it both ways, but I definitely am tracking what you're saying. The last thing I got for you before I let you go is who you think win, Usyk or Dubois? I got Dubois. So
that's a close one to call. That's gonna be a good fight. That would be a good fight.
The reason I got Dubois is because I don't know what he and his trainer Don Charles have done. It's like I call Usyk the great white shark and Dubois the great black shark. It's like he smelled blood now. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Once he hooked up with Don Charles, when I saw him fight Gerald Big Baby Miller, I said, what the hell is going on here? He wanted to quit, but there was in the corner, it's like a switch flipped, and he said, push through the adversity. And he stopped him. And when he fought Hergovic, I said, oh, he about to get his ass whipped. And then he fight a little bit dirty too now. He don't learn how to throw his elbows and headbutts. So he got a little junkyard dog in him. I said, okay.
Yep.
He stopped him when he fought AJ. I said, okay, AJ should get, man. I said, I'm not going against him because I think Tyson Fury and Usyk both took upon the flesh out of each other. Them two fights pretty rough. And Usyk fought AJ twice. So people still say, well, look, he beat those two. That means he's going to beat Dubois. No, that means he had a lot taken out of him. And he ain't getting no younger, stressing about what's going on in his country. So
every time they go in the ring, they leave a little bit of themselves in there, especially when it's a war.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because you know firsthand. You know what that's about. So yeah, that's good. So who you got, Usyk or Dubois?
That's a close one. That's a close one. That's a close one. I couldn't call that one like I can call Canelo and Crawford.
Yeah. What do you think? Man, I know I gotta let y'all go, but I just want to ask you one or two more questions. Do you think Devin Haney can get back to where he was before that Ryan Garcia fight where Ryan Garcia cheated him?
I think he can, but it's just there's so much drama surrounding the Haneys. You know, his style of fighting is not a fan-friendly style already. Even though like the kid can box, but it's just, you know, at the end of the day, is to put butts in seats. And especially with the drama of his dad trying to sue, you know, it's so much drama surrounding him. I don't know unless he went into the fight, you know, trying to make himself the bad guy, and people would pay to see him. You know, well, I want to pay to see him get knocked out, like when Mayweather remade himself from Pretty Boy Floyd to Money Mayweather, and people started wanting to pay to come see him fight. Right. So that's the only way I see it, you know, coming back to fruition for him.
Right. Before I let you go, do you think you have the capacity at your gym? Because, you know, once y'all win, all eyes gonna be on the trainer if they're smart to say, hey, who was the brains behind Tyrell Herndon getting in there, getting that victory? I think sometimes the trainers don't get enough credit. But that's going to be the conversation over here. I already know Terrell's the athlete. He's sharp. He listens. But the trainer, I'm like, the trainer. What about the trainer? So do you think you'd be open to taking on more pros because you know they're going to come knocking at your door?
That would all depend. I mean, I'm really at capacity now. I won't close the door on it. Anything can happen, you know, with the right planning. I'm a big planner on everything. Everything for me has to be planned out. I mean, you always have to have a plan B and a plan C, but everything for me has to be strategically planned. Just 21 years in the Army, I have to have a plan for everything.
That's right. I'm the same way. I'm the same way, man. So, no, I tell my son two things. One, you got to have a plan. And two, people can't take you serious if you show up late. And I be drilling that to them boys, man.
Yep.
But hey, Coach, once y'all get back here, so I have 4 sons, and my youngest is 7. He like, Dad, I want to box. And they play all kind of sports, but I told them this summer we're going to hit the gym. So I'm going to get with Thomas, find out where y'all located, man. I'm going to swing through there and see if I can get my boys, man, to work out with y'all, man. And everything working out, I just keep them down there because they seem to be forgetting about boxing and soccer and football. And they want to really come out there and box now. So I'm like, hey, if y'all going to do it, we can do it. But, man, let me tell you, man, I appreciate your time. It's good talking to you. Y'all take care, and I look forward to seeing y'all when y'all get back to San Antonio.
All right, take care.
All right, Coach.
All right, man.
All right, Thomas, man, hit me up tomorrow.
All right, I will.
All right, I'll talk to you.